Level up! Welcome, Level Uppers, to another Level Up Direct. I'm your host for the evening. My name is Andrew Vidori, and I'm a part of the Level Up Network, along with many others, including Mike, who's in the chat room right now. Level Up Show Mike. Make sure you chat with him, guys. He is an official member of our network, and we'll answer any questions that you have that I don't get to answer. If you don't know, Level Up Direct is a gaming-dedicated talk show on every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we talk all the gaming industry news, thanks to you guys calling in, basically. That's why the Skype banner is up there at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, which I will turn on live in just a moment. So I present topics that you guys are welcome to talk about. I suggest that you talk about those topics, but you guys are not obligated to do so. You can talk about whatever you want. Call in, gaming related, of course, anything you want gaming related. We could go off a little bit on movies and TV and comic books and stuff like that. Avengers is out basically right now. People are seeing it in theaters. I hope people are enjoying it. I know Dean is watching it right now. That's why he won't be in the chat room, but Mike is there. Kristen is upstairs, actually. She got home from work at a normal hour now since she is starting a new job, but she might stop in here and there. I hope that she does. So I think we can get right into it. Well, first, let me just say, please follow us, guys. If you don't know, we're on all week long with gaming talk shows and game streams. So twitch.tv/levelupshow is where you can follow us. If you're watching live from PlayStation, all you got to do is hit that heart button at the bottom of the screen. It's that easy. And also, we're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Spreadshirt. That's our t-shirt shop. And finally, Patreon is the most important one of them all. That's the best way to support our network. Go to patreon.com/the-level-up-network. Donate anything you want to donate, and you can get all kinds of rewards in return, like XP gifts, like 100 XP for every $1 you donate, of course. All right. So as I was saying, I do topics and trailers. I'm going to start off with the first quest, the main quest. And you guys are, as I said, welcome to call in about this topic when I present it, or you can talk about something else if you really want to. So let's find out what it's going to be. This is a actual trailer that I'm going to play at first, so watch this. Of course, guys, if you can't tell, this is the newest Arkham Knight trailer. I think it's called All Who Follow You.
You will bring death to all who follow you.
Obviously, we're getting a look at some characters we haven't seen before, especially Robin and Nightwing, who aren't just NPCs in this one. It looks like they're either AI controlled or there's maybe some co-op. Either way, it looks really cool and you can interact with the characters.
Dark days are here, Batman. The prophecy has come true. From the ashes of Arkham City, the fires are raging, and Gotham is burning. I can see that same fire in your eyes. Before this night is through, that fire will consume you.
There you go, that's a really cool moment there. You see Robin and Batman working together. Another one there, actually grabbing his staff, throwing it into the enemy. Didn't get to see much with Nightwing there, though. Now, I don't just want to talk about Arkham Knight. I want to talk about kind of a big story this week. Seems everybody's talking about the season pass for Batman Arkham Knight being $40. That's for 6 months worth of content, supposedly. You're going to have story missions in there. You're going to have new supervillains. You're going to have some new Batmobile races or something like that, probably for Riddler trophies, and then also skins. There might be a few more things on top of that, but that's the gist of what we're getting. It's a vague description. So for $40, that's a very vague description, and 2/3 the price of the overall game. A lot of people are upset about that. I think that it is pretty crazy to charge $40 for something that really nobody knows what it's going to be entirely. It's very vague. But more the issue here, I think, is that you're basically taking a fraction of the overall Rocksteady team working on Arkham Knight. You're setting them aside to continue working on DLC post production, I guess you could say. And that smaller team of individuals is working only for like 6 months on this content, but somehow this smaller team working a smaller amount of time is worth 2/3 of the entire production cost for the main game, meaning $40 is 2/3 of $60. That seems unbelievable. We're also hearing about Call of Duty once again being $50. That's not as crazy. Multiplayer, centric games makes a little more sense when it comes to season pass. But at $50, even if we got a year's worth of content, still doesn't make a lot of sense considering it's probably a much smaller team working on a smaller workload, being almost the exact same price as a full game. I want to know what you guys think. How are you feeling about DLC right now, specifically season passes? Are we dumb for jumping a hold of these? Like, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to get the Arkham Knight season pass? Are you going to get the Call of Duty season pass? Let me know. I'm going to start right now and take this call from Inuyasha. Hey, Inuyasha, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
So we're talking, I mean, you don't have to, but we're talking about season passes, Arkham Knight being announced to be $40 for season pass, Call of Duty once again being $50. How do you feel about season passes?
I only bought one, and that was for Dragon Ball Xenoverse, but other than that, I don't really buy the season passes. I just buy the DLC separately because they're cheaper.
How much did the Dragon Ball Xenoverse run you?
It was $60 game, but the season pass was only, I think, $25.
Okay, I think that's not too bad. I think that it gets a little crazy when it's like 30, 40, and especially $50. That seems pretty unbelievable to me, personally.
Yeah.
I remember when most of them were like, it seemed like most of them were like $20. And that's, 1/3 of the overall price of the game. That doesn't seem too crazy to me. But I don't know. I think this is getting kind of ridiculous now.
Yeah, but like I said earlier in the stream, I'm getting along with everybody again, and Dean, the Beast NJ, he helped me come back to the show because I was gonna leave the show for a while because something, but I just came back because Dean helped me come back and everything. So I talked to him yesterday, and everything's fine now. I'm getting along with everybody.
I'm glad that you did come back, man.
All right.
There's no reason for you to leave. Don't let anyone bully you or anything like that into leaving the show. That doesn't make any sense at all.
I know.
You're totally welcome here always.
Right.
We love having you. So
yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to start things. I'm just saying that we're all good now. With me and everybody are getting along just fine. I talked to them and then I said I apologized and everything, and I said I was sorry. So we're all good now.
I don't think you ever did anything wrong, man.
I know.
You're perfectly fine. I wouldn't even worry about it at all.
Yeah. What else are we gonna talk about then? You said.
Well, once again, we're happy to have you. Welcome back to the show, man.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Take care.
All right. See ya.
Level up. All right. Inuyasha, we're happy to have you, man. We're happy to have everybody who's in the room right now. Feel free to call in, guys. Skype is back live at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Call in. We can talk about DLC. Let me know what you guys think about season passes and DLC in general. Do you think that $40 is too much, especially for a vague description like Arkham Knight is giving us? Or do you think that you're getting a deal? Because in the end, I'm sure that if you bought all of these different DLC packs individually, it will cost you more than $40. So you are getting a discount, but I think that DLC in general is just way too expensive. I'll go to the chat room in the meantime, of course, take a look at what you guys are saying. DLC is too big of a moneymaker for companies. It's like people saying they won't be a sports game every year because it's trash, but still. Yeah, DLC's not going anywhere. I just hope that maybe we can get the price down a little bit if we show enough antagonism towards it. Bradley's calling in. Let's take this call. Hey, Brad, how you doing, man?
Hello, guys.
So, what's going on?
I think some like season passes are worth, but some aren't.
Okay.
Like, why have I gone to black screen? What's that? Sorry, guys.
Your camera's not showing up. There you go.
Can you see
I
me?
see you now.
It's really weird because like I've now changed from my iPhone to I'm now on my tablet, and I can't switch it back from the front because I can't see nothing.
It's all good. So you were saying some DLC you think is worth it, some not. Give me some examples here. What kind of DLC is worth it?
I know you hate. Can you see me? But like, yeah, I know you hate it, but I think maybe Destiny was good because it was like they said, like people are buying DLC for Destiny because you get a little more stuff. That's worth like I think it's here. It's like 25 to 25 pound here, but
Okay.
there's some not because like I'm thinking some are like worth not like that much. Like for like to say you get like £30 or like £20 something for like 3 bits of DLC in the season pass. Like it should have loads, like a whole batch, not just like 3 or something.
Okay. No, you know what? I don't disagree. I don't think Destiny is a massive offender when it comes to DLC. I think that the game itself was released kind of bare bones, and that's why the DLC is really just kind of needed when it comes to Destiny. And House of Wolves looks pretty exciting for Destiny fans, and they definitely had a game plan from the beginning. They're not surprising anybody with this. They kind of, actually, I think, let people know that their future game plan for how they were going to release this content. So I think it's fine when it comes to Destiny. I think multiplayer games in general just kind of make a lot more sense for DLC packs and specifically season passes. Arkham Knight, like a single player focused game with no like competitive multiplayer, that's where a season pass doesn't make a lot of sense at all. I mean, if these story missions that they're going to be releasing as DLC turn out to suck, which they might not at all, they might be great, but if they do turn out to suck, that's really the only meat and bones of this season pass. You're getting some skins, you're getting some new supervillains and some new Batmobile races, but like I don't think personally that would be worth it $40 for me. The only thing that would make it worth $40 is if these are awesome story missions, kind of like Left Behind with The Last of Us. I think that was totally worth $15 because that was a really cool expansion on the storyline that I've really enjoyed.
I actually never played Left Behind.
You never played Left Behind?
No.
Left Behind, I totally think was worth it for me personally, but I think I would have preferred it to be $10, but in the end, I was okay with it.
Yeah, I think it's like for like another campaign. I think it is worth it definitely for another campaign.
Yeah.
But this just flipping like skins and stuff. I'm like, nah. Like Evolve, I would never buy Evolve or the season pass.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Evolve, but I have been reading a lot of stuff about it in the most recent topics that Evolve is a big offender when it comes to DLC packs and not being worth it whatsoever. And that was another one that has season pass, of course. Like most of these games nowadays, I have in this trailer reel of season passes, Lego Batman's in there. They have season passes for Lego Batman now, so they're all jumping on board with this because that's the thing is they're not doing season passes as a discount for us. They're not trying to make the price more approachable. What they're doing is they're trying to make it so that we don't want to sell back their game. They're trying to trick us into being, oh, well, I just bought this season pass. I'm not going to sell back the game. I have no idea when this DLC is going to release. It could be next week. It could be next month. I already paid for this stuff. So by doing season passes, they are definitely coercing people into not selling their game back.
Do you mean? I mean, a worth it one. I think a worth DLC one was the Assassin's Creed one. Even though they messed it up, they gave you an extra free game for it, didn't they? So I mean, to see story.
Sure. No, that I don't know a lot about Assassin's Creed, but they tried to cater to the fans a little bit and deliver some content for free, considering some of the mess ups that they had. So that was good on them. I'm glad Ubisoft did that. But I think I should probably move on to another call. Man, I saw Gage was calling in, but as always, thanks again, Brad.
That's fine.
All right, man. Level up.
If you ever need me again, or I'll call again with the next topic.
All right, definitely, man. Do it.
Level up.
Level up. All right, Skype lines are open. I know you were trying to call in, Gage. Feel free to call in now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. And in the meantime, thank you to these Twitch charts. We got 3 tonight already. Thank you to Lucky Liddell, Ryland1124, and Matthias FFK. Here's Gage calling in right now. Let's take this. Hey, Gage, welcome to the show.
Wait, hold on, you're breaking up, man. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. Awesome. So we're talking about DLC, if that's what you want to talk about.
Oh, the $40 or $50 DLC. Yeah, I heard. Well, I just tuned in. Well, yeah, I heard about that before. That
The
is
Arkham Knight
crazy.
is going to be $40 for the season pass, and Call of Duty will once again be $50 for the season pass.
I mean,
Do you
I
think that's a
understand.
steep price?
Wait, I mean, I understand that the new hit game deal, but that's just ridiculous for a season pass.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it.
It's literally two-thirds or more of the price of the main game that you're getting in DLC that's going to be only probably out for like 6 months after the game, and probably took like a few months to develop.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's actually kind of true. Oh, the I don't know if it happened on the Xbox One, but Xbox 360 had an update this today, like
Oh,
exactly
really?
today. Yeah,
Now, I
it's
don't think this one really had much to it, though, right? I think it was a pretty bare bones update this time around.
well, it shows your bank account and everything, which is kind of weird because
It
it
shows your bank account?
like it on your screen, like only you can see it. Like how like I think they took the credit cards off the 360 because it was getting hacked so easily. So they
Okay.
took the credit card thing out of it. I think that's what somebody told me. But it shows your credit and stuff like that. Like the little the digital codes or something like that. It tells you how much is in there.
Gotcha. That's kind of
That's what
bizarre, actually. Let
yeah.
me. There's a comment in the chat room right now from T Corsair. He said you can get the Batman bundle for 100. The thing is, there's not really any discount there. Basically, the premium bundle. They're trying to confuse everyone here on this. There's three different editions. You got the premium. Well, you got the normal, just bare bones, Arkham Knight for $60. Then you got the premium edition for 100. The premium edition comes with the main game and the DLC season pass. So it's the same price. It's 60 plus 40 for $99. So no
Oh
difference there.
yeah.
Then you've got the collector's edition, the Batman statue edition for 100. That does not come with the season pass. You are paying the $100 because you're getting the skins and the Batman statue. So you are not getting anything on top of that for the season pass. Then you have the Batmobile edition for $150, and even that one does not come with the season pass. That comes with all the same stuff as the collector's edition, but it's a Batmobile instead of a Batman statue.
Oh
So the
right.
only way to get the season pass is to buy it individually for $40 or to buy the premium edition for 100. That comes only with the game and the season pass. So that's what's really pissing people off is that they're not even giving away any of the DLC to collector's editions and limited editions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I can just imagine people getting mad over that. I mean, it's just it's just how they're trying to confuse people. They're just trying to make a quick buck. Why not be official and give them like free DLCs or not free DLCs?
It makes I mean, it makes sense. I understand it. Season passes are a great idea because, as I was saying earlier, it keeps people from selling their games back. But the
Oh
price is
yeah.
what's wrong. This should not be the price of DLC. And DLC in general is just too expensive. If you put it in the comparison of development time and development workload, this should not be two-thirds of the main game price. That makes no sense. They have a much smaller team working on a much smaller amount of the game for a much smaller amount of time. It doesn't make sense for $40 to be the price when that's two-thirds of a retail game.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
that's actually kind of ridiculous, and you're right. It doesn't make sense at all because it's just they're just like money grippers, like they're gold diggers, and they just want to make a quick buck out of something. Well, then again, you never know. Like they want to invest into a whole nother game, so that's probably why they're doing it. But then
yeah, I mean they're
again,
trying to stay alive. I mean the
yeah,
production budgets are massive now, and
yeah.
they need to make that all back. And I understand it. Don't get me wrong, I do understand it, but I just think that there's definitely a little bit of an imbalance here. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and especially when it comes to individual DLC. Each map pack being $15 for Call of Duty. I mean, I understand you're getting 4 map packs for 60, and the season pass at 50. At that point, is a $10 discount. But the map pack should not be 15 in the first place. Map packs come out like once every couple of months. You're telling me that this small group of multiplayer people working on this map pack for a month is worth $15 when you've got a team of 100 or 150 or 200 people working for 3 years straight to make a game only costing $60? Where the math does not add up. It doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just like it's just what I forget which game is doing that, but they're like they're I think they're just going they're trying to like do something. Like it's just like shoes. Like you're paying $150 for a pair of shoes when when the real cost of it is like $4 because
Yeah,
that's
like
just the
markups. Yeah, I mean,
yeah
I guess I understand it in that sense as well. Like they're marking up the price because they can, I think, is really what it comes down to.
yeah.
They
I
want to make as
mean
much profit as possible, and they recognize that they can do it because we're gonna buy it. I'm not me specifically, but it seems like enough people buy it that it's okay. They're falling for it. They're not fighting back, and that's the thing is if you guys do have a problem with $40 to $60 season passes, then you've got to speak with your wallet. You got to not buy these things. Wait for the Game of the Year edition or something.
oh yeah. That's why I wait until they're like a little cheaper, like under $40, and then I'll be like, oh hell yeah, let's go get it. But yeah, that is kind of ridiculous with the pricing issues on that on
Yeah, when you
the
really think about it, right?
yeah, like it's $100 for like two different editions that are basically that should come with like the collector's edition. It
Yeah.
should come with the season pass,
I
and
think it
that
at
should
least
round
should have
up
come with the
to
limited edition. Like the collector's edition, I can kind of understand. I'm sure the Batman statue isn't necessarily cheap, and you're getting the main game for $60, and then when you add up the skins and the comic book that it comes with and the Batman statue, I could understand that approaching $99, where they can't throw a $40 season pass in there on top of it. They will lose too much money. But the limited edition, that's $150. They could have at least thrown some of the DLC in there or something like that. Just in my opinion.
oh yeah. I mean,
All right.
uh,
Gage,
God,
I'm probably going to take a few more calls, man. So before this topic wraps up, but call in for one of the next topics, man.
all right, man, level up.
Level up. And also, thank you to everybody that's coming into the room. We're now up to 45 people. That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Andrew Midori, one of the hosts of the Level Up Network, and this is Level Up Direct, gaming dedicated talk show on every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Skype is live. We're taking your calls, talking about all things gaming related. Don't forget to follow us right now at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. If you're watching live from PlayStation, just hit that heart button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. It's that easy. Your name will pop up on screen, and we will shout you out. Take this call from Jose. Welcome, man.
What's up, dude?
How's it going? I'm sure you have a lot to say about this whole season pass crap.
Oh, I got plenty to say.
Go ahead.
Well, this kind of leads into my question. I mean, is this kind of like leading into the game crash? Because the game crash needs to happen soon.
You think a game crash needs to happen?
Yes,
Why is that? Explain.
because this stuff's going to
Extrapolate.
continue. Like this,
Sorry, what was that?
because I mean this DLC crap's going to continue unless we vote with our wallets. I mean, this probably convinces me that I won't get Arkham Knight, even though it might be a good game. But $40
Well, I think
is ridiculous.
more than just we don't need it to crash. We need to be smarten up. We need to wisen up as consumers and not buy things that are beyond the price that they should be. And that's the problem is you're going to see this thing sell no matter what. I know you might not buy it, Jose, but the general audience is going to pick this thing up. Like for instance, Dean. Granted, he's an enormous Batman fan. He heard this and he's like, I don't care, I'm buying it. And I'll get the season pass and I'll get the limited edition. I'll buy it all. It's Batman. So there's going to be people that are just like eating it right up. They don't care.
So then the developers know that, so they'll keep doing it. So how do we?
I
to
completely
stop
agree.
it?
That's the problem is they know they can get away with it.
I mean, I don't think rioting in the streets will do anything, but
That's true. I think we're seeing that right now. That rioting does nothing really. But yeah, I mean, personally, I've never planned on buying the DLC, and I rarely buy DLC. The last one I bought was Left Behind for The Last of Us. Before that, it was probably like I didn't even get First Light. I got First Light as a PlayStation Plus thing. Before that, it was probably Infamous 2, Festival of Blood. That was probably the last DLC I got. Like, I do not get DLC often. It has to be like a big story component that it expands on the single player campaign. Like, I don't care about multiplayer map packs and crap like that. That does nothing for me. Like, when I'm done with the main story campaign, I'm usually done with the game. So this doesn't make sense to me whatsoever, personally.
So like Mortal Kombat X, you wouldn't buy that DLC.
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, Mortal Kombat, I would get enough out of that game. I don't play fighting games in general, but the content that's there would be totally enough to satisfy me. Like, I would not need to buy DLC to be like, oh, I'm done with this game. I need more. It's like, no, I got my fill for sure.
I mean, like when it comes to sports games and stuff, you're almost kind of forced to buy like their virtual currency because you're not really given a lot in the game itself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true, and I mean some of the games do that as well. Just give you currency for actual real world dollars, or give you XP, or leveling up. Like there's just so many ways to nickel and dime us that we are giving into. We're actually going for it, and that's what's kind of crazy.
I mean, so is voting with our wallets the only way we can stop that?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the only way it's ever going to stop. If we're not voting with our wallet and actually not buying this stuff up, then it's just going to keep coming because it works for them, and they do need to make their production budgets back. I understand that, and I want them to. I just wish there was a better way for them to do it without kind of screwing us over when it comes to the price. Because I don't want to see any more developers close. We had enough of that, in the past couple of years. I don't want to see any more developers close.
Yeah, I mean, with the now cancellation of Silent Hills, I mean.
Yeah. That's another thing to get into entirely, really. I think I'm going to get into that with the next topic. That kind of stems off of the Final Fantasy 15 DLC that's coming for free to update the demo. I want to talk about Japanese developers in general at that point, which I can right now, actually. I think I'll move on to our first trailer of the night and then our second main quest. So thanks for calling in, Jose.
All right, later.
See you later.
Level up, dude.
Level up.
All right.
Jimmy, why don't you call in after this main trailer that I'm about to do? These are called side quests. I do 4 each week, guys. It is my picks for trailers of the week. Thank you to, I think that was Giga? It was Gage, actually. Gage123 King. Thank you for the Twitch art, man. Really appreciate that. Keep those coming, guys. If we do get to 30 follows tonight, I will give out 300 XP to the entire chat room. I know it might say 100 right there, but I will give out 300 XP to the entire chat room if we can get to 30 follows tonight. 27 more. All right, first main side quest of the night. Let's watch it right now. What's it going to be? Check it out. Farsender, welcome back, man. This is the trailer for Just Cause 3, the first gameplay trailer, actually.
Just Cause 3. Pre-order now to secure the exclusive weaponized vehicle pack. Coming holiday 2015.
There you go. Just Cause 3. Never played a Just Cause game, actually, but it looks like there's a little bit more to this.
Danger illustrated. I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter. Oh. I'm the self-inflicted, my detonator.
I have no idea what this even is. I mean, this is Just Cause, but is this like a kind of advertisement for the DLC?
I'm the one infected, twisted, animated. I'm a fire starter. You're
There
a
was like
fire
2
starter.
trailers in each other for Just Cause. Now it's over. Never played a Just Cause game, but looks like a lot of fun, actually. Looks just kind of ridiculous and bombastic, which is fine with me. That's actually cool. Farsender says the NFL draft was pretty good. That's cool, man. Awesome sauce. I think we might have gotten another follow there. Let me check. Nope. Gage123 King. Thank you for the follow, man. Keep those coming, guys. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. Let's move on to the second main quest of the night. Find out what it is right now. I know what it is. I want to talk about Final Fantasy 15 a little bit. they had a survey, a big survey for Final Fantasy 15. This is the first time Square Enix has really done it on this scale, asking us and Europeans and Japanese how they felt about the demo. And they took a lot of different questions and stuff. I took part in this survey. And now they did an active time report just this week on the results of those surveys. So let's talk a little bit about what they found out. First of all, demo notes confirmed when they patch it because of the survey, we're going to get AXB enhancements, which is the combat system, improved camera and targeting system, additional combat actions and overall rebalancing, more joint attacks, combat tweaks like MP usage, and more range of action for each weapon, and finally, addition of dodge rolls. A maybe for the demo additions include a party split up for quests, aiming for full HD, frame rate has a higher priority than resolution. The only solution is to optimize the game until the end. And finally, they won't reduce the number of objects or limit the AI that need to be rendered in order to obtain a more stable frame rate. That is also important to them. Now, here are the 15 main issues that the survey revealed about the demo. Number 1 was the lock-on. 2, camera too close. Camera felt sluggish and heavy. AI is dumb. Jaggies, the drop in frame rate. Motion and movement is slow. No minimap, which they say they'll add one. Want for a dodge action, which they said they're going to add. Having to hide behind rocks for recovering MP. They said they're not changing that. That's an important aspect of the game. Battles are too difficult, which is kind of weird because Japan thought the battles were too difficult, while we thought the battles were too easy, which is very bizarre considering Japan is well known for their difficult games. Game is too monotonous. The stamina for sprinting is annoying, meaning they want a longer time where you can sprint. Warping is a regular means of travel. That was a complaint, actually. Cancel attacks for evading, and bugs everywhere. Now, here are the regional complaints. These are kind of interesting as well. In North America, we said that Noctis's voice was too strange and that he sounded too much like Batman. And that we wanted them to re-record it so that he sounded younger. And then in Europe, they said that Cindy is too sexy, not meant to be erotic, aren't looking to change her character too much is what they said. They might change the way the camera looks at her body, but they do not want to change her design. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's so much different than the Square Enix of old. Square Enix of old wouldn't care what we thought about their demo. They would have had a vision, and they would have stuck to that vision and delivered the game that they wanted to deliver. But now it's almost like designed by committee. They're so worried about our reception to the game after Final Fantasy 13 that they want our constant feedback to a certain extent. I'm sure once they get to a certain point, they can't turn back. But that was the whole point of the demo release, I think, is so that they could get our feedback. And it just kind of shows the change in Japanese development, I feel. Like the focus testing, this huge focus on focus testing here worries some people that the heart and the essence of Japanese development is going away. That we're losing those classic iconic game developers in Japan, like Tetsuya Nomura, like Fumito Ueda, and several others. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think about focus testing and our input on game development. When is it too far? Do you think that we should even have an input? Do you think that developers should listen to us? And do you think that Square Enix is doing right by Final Fantasy 15 by doing a massive survey on this scale? So call in on Skype, guys, at the Level Up Show. Spell it exactly how it sounds, no spaces, and we can talk about that. In the meantime, I will, of course, go to the chat room. Square Enix are doing a good thing by listening to the users/players. Red Dragon says, too sexy. She was the only part that I liked. I can understand. She was sexy. I can say that for sure. Was she too sexy? Was it needless to have her in a bikini top as a mechanic? Does that make any sense whatsoever? Why would they even do that? You know, Japan is still kind of stuck in their ways when it comes to that kind of thing. They love to sexualize their characters, especially young characters. It's kind of bizarre, and something that I hope they kind of get out of. Bulldog Brad says we need sexy girls in games. All right, interesting. So far, you guys are on board. You like that they're listening to the feedback. You like that they did the survey. I do like that they did the survey. I think it's early enough that they can do this, but at the same time, I worry that they continue to listen to our feedback to the point where their vision is lost. I don't want them to compromise their vision for the sake of pleasing us. Let's take this call from Jimmy. Jimmy.
I do like that they did the survey.
Oh, Jimmy,
what's up, Drew? Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
So, what do you think about an approach like Square Enix is doing right now, where they're so desperately listening to our feedback and letting it affect how they develop the game? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Um, I think that like this can go both ways because um the good way could go like yeah, that could be a good idea because like they're asking what do their fans want, which is a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing because you can't just have like their fans all what they want. They should implement what their own ideas into the game also.
Sure. Now, like, I think there's an extent where it goes a little too far. Like, say, for instance, they're complaining about Noctis's voice, right? They're saying it's too deep. Now, if we demanded that they change the voice actor entirely, do you think that they should change the voice actor, or should they stick to the image they had, the vision they had, and say, this is how we envision the character, this is the voice we chose for him, we're sticking with it?
Um, I don't know that like hmm.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. I'm just curious.
um
Like, say for instance, let's go to Mortal Kombat. You love Mortal Kombat, right?
yes,
So
I love
let's
it.
say they were in development of Mortal Kombat 10, and they decided that they're making a character gay, as they did. And the fan feedback, once they found out they were going to make this character gay, and I know this wouldn't happen because it would be, very obviously it'd just be like a hate thing. But let's say the feedback was no, like this is not how we want you to change this character. Let's say they made Raiden gay out of nowhere. He was never gay before, at least we didn't know he was gay, but they decided from now on we want this story development to happen where he's gay. And the fans respond and say, no, like we don't want him to be gay. We've always seen him as straight. We don't want him to, you don't change him to be a gay person. Do you think they should listen to the fan feedback and say this is what the fans want? Should we change that?
Like if they're like asking their fans, like even if it's like negative feedback, I think they shouldn't listen. But if it's like positive feedback, they should listen.
Okay. That's an interesting stance. I can understand that. Like saying like, oh no, 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 this guy's gay. We don't want that. Don't listen to that. But something that is a positive, we like really like this. It would be even better if you did that. Positive feedback,
Yeah,
maybe
like
listen
that.
to that feedback.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. I can understand that approach for sure, man. Is there anything else you want
And
to talk about
one
tonight,
more thing.
Jimmy?
Yes, one more thing.
Sure.
Okay, so I was just playing GTA 5 and then I just had this weird idea for a question and it was if you could have any character having the opposite gender, who would it be?
Any character having the opposite gender? That's a very
Yes.
interesting question. Man. I'm sure it would probably be a male to a female. I think we have enough male characters in games. We don't need any more. We need more great female characters. So I would say I think it would be really cool if the main character, I know this isn't a game that released yet and might never release, but The Last Guardian. I think it would be really cool if it was a little girl instead of a little boy. I think that it would be, I kind of like the idea of this little girl with her pet, monster griffin, as opposed to a little boy with the pet monster griffin. I don't know why that is exactly, but I think there's not enough like young girl characters in games. I think Ellie was a great example of that. And this is an even younger character in The Last Guardian. So I think that would be my choice. How about you?
To me, I think I will have one of like the male character from Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat right now is like really more of a male dominated character wise
Yeah.
because only like in every game every Mortal Kombat game, well mostly almost every game it's mostly male dominated because you don't see that many female characters in any game at all. You don't see any like in Mortal Kombat and uh
Yeah, I understand what you mean, man. More female, strong female characters, the better. I completely agree with that. I'm glad they added Cassie. I'm glad they added Jax's daughter. I think those are great additions. So yeah, the more the better. I agree with that.
yeah.
All right,
But
man.
like all right,
No, that was a great question. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling in, Jim.
all right.
See
And
you
I
later,
might
man.
call later
Do it. Definitely. We have a lot of good topics tonight.
All right. See ya.
Level up.
Level up.
To somebody talking about Prompto, I saw let's change the guy that looks like Titus. That was actually the number one complaint, I think, on the American side they had a survey on the voice actors ratings, 1 out of 10, and I think all of the guys got around like 8.5 or so. Most people were actually happy with the voice acting, but Prompto was down in like the low 7s, if I remember right. So you're not the only one. There was a lot of people that were unhappy with Prompto's voice. But should they change it because of that? No, I don't think so. Maybe take the feedback and direct the voice actor in a different way. Try and tell him, this is what the fans said. Maybe do this a little differently, do that a little differently. But I do not think they should change the voice actor entirely. They chose the guy for a reason. They had a vision and they chose that guy. I'm of the opinion that for the most part, they should not listen to us. This is their game. They're developing what they want to develop. It's their artistic direction and all that kind of stuff. It's like Mass Effect. Like, it kind of bothers me, actually, that they added more to the Mass Effect ending at the end. That was the ending they wanted to do. I know it pissed off a lot of people, and that's, you're happy, or you're perfectly within your rights to be unhappy with an ending to a game. But that doesn't mean that they should change the ending to make you happy. That is the ending that they chose to do, and if they screwed up, they screwed up. But I don't think that they should be like, all right, guys, we screwed up. Let's change the ending entirely so we can fix this. I don't agree with that entirely. All right, let's take this call from Gage. Got a little bit left in this topic here. Welcome back to the show, Gage.
All right, man. Hey, wait. First I want to talk about Halo coming to PS4. Am I late on that? Am I like on time about it, or?
No, I mean we've gotten this not question before, but just this. I don't know what to call it exactly. It's not a possibility, to be honest with you, really, Gage. Microsoft Game Studios develops Halo, and Bungie, when they were making Halo, that was an exclusive property, and when Bungie left, they didn't take Halo with them. It stayed with Microsoft because they own it, and now they have 343 Industries making Halo instead. The only way you would ever see Halo on PlayStation is if Microsoft goes entirely third-party and decides to stop making consoles, which probably won't happen anytime soon, if ever. So I think that if you are a person that really wants Halo, you pretty much have to get an Xbox.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't it would be like if it was possible they could because they did it with Minecraft, so why not Halo? But
well, we have to wait and see with Minecraft. Microsoft bought Mojang, however you say it, and we still don't know for sure what they're going to do with that property now that they own it. I don't think they'll make it exclusive. I think that would be really dumb on their part, considering the money that can be made by making it multi-platform, putting it on mobile devices. That's where most of the money is made when it comes to Minecraft. I think Microsoft is smart enough to recognize that. So I think that Minecraft is definitely a property that will stay on every platform. Halo is a property that sells Xbox consoles. It's a property that is synonymous with Microsoft and Xbox, and I think they want to keep it that way as a selling point. Xbox One isn't doing tremendously right now, but it's also not doing bad by any means. And I think that Halo 5 might be one of those games to, really push the Xbox not ahead of PS4, but closer in the race. I think they're going to hold on to Halo as long as they can.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Since it's obviously Throwback Thursday, but the DualShock 3 for the PS3?
Yeah, sure.
You know what disappointed me about that? Because I have a PS3 myself. What disappointed me is that my fingers would slip off the obvious trigger buttons or whatever.
That was a very common complaint with the DualShock 3, and that was due to the convex sticks that came with the PS3 as opposed to the concave that were at the 360. That's why they fixed it with the PS4 and now has the concave sticks, which I personally love. I actually like them more than the Xbox because they still have that rubber feel. I feel like the Xbox has more of a plastic feel to their joysticks. So now that the rubber sticks on the PS4 controller are concave, I think it works perfectly. I also am a fan of symmetrical sticks as opposed to asymmetric, and that's just personal preference. I've always been a PlayStation gamer, so I got used to that, but I can obviously understand people, going the other way with it and liking the asymmetric. How do you feel about that? Do you like asymmetric or symmetrical sticks, Gage?
It depends on what game I'm playing. If I'm playing GTA, I can't do it on the PS3 or PS4 because, it's not comfortable. And plus, for my size, I'm 15 years old and I'm 6 foot and I'm 6 foot even, and wow. My hands are too big for the PS3 and the PS4 controller.
Even the PS4, huh?
Yeah, like my hands, like my hands don't get the feel of it. But
I mean, this is not something that I'm saying like you need to change anything about yourself, but I do kind of see that when people have a problem with the PlayStation 3 or even the PS4 controller more rarely, it's because they hold the controller too tight. They're gripping it too tight, and their thumbs are going beyond the joysticks because they're holding it so tight. They're not letting it breathe at all. So if you want to try and make it a better experience, and I know this isn't easy, maybe try and loosen your grip on the controller more easily. Try and hold it kind of more in the tips of your fingers, like more
oh
loosely.
yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I can really say to try and help you out there. But it's really just it's just the way you play games. Everybody's different.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, I've played the PS, like I put like my cousin got it, but I got the Xbox One, and so I play a couple of racing games with him. I can probably get it in the racing games because racing games I'm used to, and I don't get tensed up when I'm like when you're about to lose and you get all tensed up or something like that.
Sure.
I'm not like I'll just keep my cool or something like that, and I'll try and drive because I'm good with racing games on the PS4. It's like it's meant for it to me. Like it's
No, I can
yeah,
understand that. Yeah, I feel like I do feel like the PS4 controller and specifically the symmetrical sticks works better for certain types of games. I think fighting games is definitely one of them.
oh
A
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people actually
yeah,
like the asymmetric sticks for first-person shooters better, but once the PS4 controller came out, they realized that they didn't like the Xbox 360 controller for FPS because of asymmetric sticks. They just liked it better because the PS3 the controller just wasn't good. It was too small. The sticks weren't far enough ahead on the
oh
controller. But now the
yeah.
PS4 controller, people realize that symmetric sticks can be perfectly fine for first-person shooters. They just have to be oriented in the right way.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing I wanted to point out because like now that you said that I put my PS3 controller in my hand and I felt it. I realized after all these years that my thumbs touch together when I put the
And as I said, that's because you're
yeah.
holding the controller really tight. And I'm not saying that's wrong. That's just the way you do it. But if you want to try and limit that a little bit, you just need to kind of pull back a little bit on the controller, loosen up your grip, put the tips of your thumbs in that concave area of the joystick, and try that out.
Yeah, 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 I'll definitely try that. I mean, but the thing is, the thing that's was the mostly what's wrong with the controller or something like that is
Yeah,
that the rubber tears. Like you can
it
look it
can.
up on
Yeah,
YouTube. Yeah, it tears. Probably because like the nail from like then again you said the fingertips
yeah.
when they press against it with their thumbs, like when they're playing a game or something like that, not like intentionally, it scratches the rubber and it comes right off. I
I
think
think
that's
that
why
might have been a little bit of a defect in the early controllers, though. I mean, from what I read online, there were definitely issues with the first batch of PS4 controllers that came out at launch, and there were a lot of reports of that. But since then, now, like they were a year beyond, I never hear that complaint about the new controller. So I don't know if Sony recognized this defect in the manufacturing of the rubber and changed it. I don't know what happened, but it does seem like they've improved on that aspect of the controller. So
yeah.
that's good news, at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get to your other callers, man. I'm sorry
All
that I
right.
took up all this time,
All right, no
but
problem at all. Thanks for calling
all
in,
right,
Gage.
level up.
Level up. Let's go back to the chat room. I saw some RIP Silent Hills. Yes, definitely. Rest in peace, Silent Hills. At least the Silent Hills that we knew with Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima. We might still get a Silent Hills game, but it will not be what we saw with PT. It's going to be something completely different, unfortunately. I would have loved to see Kojima and del Toro's take on Silent Hills in a first-person or third-person matter. I don't know what it would have been eventually, but I would have loved to have seen it. Welcome to Ziggy from Sweden. Really appreciate you having here, man. Thank you to some more Twitch charts. Thank you to the Inspector 86. Really appreciate you following us, man. Keep them coming, guys. Heart us on Twitch right now. Hit that follow button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, the heart button, I should say. Your name will pop up. I'll shout you out, of course. We really appreciate all of our new followers. Also, go to top streamers. Mike, would you mind putting that in the chat room for us right now? Vote for our show as a top stream and help us get to the top of the list. Also, feel free to call in, guys. Skype lines are live right now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Oh, Level Up Bot took care of it for me, actually. Oh, and the time's up on that topic. So we can move on to our second side quest of the night in just a moment. Side quests are my picks for trailers of the week. So I'll hold off on your Skype calls for just a moment and let's check out what we're about to get. Bradley, I see you're calling in. I'll call you back actually after this trailer. Warning.
Okay, you ready?
Language.
Oh, yeah.
Red Band trailer.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's all go to court. Hey, you lawyer guys, you don't know me and Johnny are watching you.
Thank you,
while
Dangerous,
we're
for the flip
high.
That was fucking
That
magic.
felt smooth. Listen, I got some big news to tell you.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Tammy Lynn and I are gonna have a baby.
Dude, that's fucking awesome! Congratulations!
Thank
wait,
you.
wait. How do you guys?
That's the thing. We gotta find a sperm donor.
Ted, we could get in a lot of trouble.
Can you think of someone better than him?
Would be a sweet ass fucking baby.
Tom fucking Brady, 4 Super Bowl rings, guaranteed Hall of Famer. Now let's give him a hand job into this red plastic cup.
Sweet God, baby Jesus.
And that's at rest.
What the hell? Get out of my house! Oh God! Take your teddy bear with you!
Holy shit! A perfect spiral.
Hey, Johnny, thanks for yanking out a sample for me.
Thunder Buddies for life, remember?
What is that?
Getting ready, dude.
You got your hand on your dick. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it half hard so when I get in there, I can just bust it out.
Sitting out here in a public jerking off? Where you think you are, Red Lobster?
Teddy, if we want to have a baby, you're going to have to prove you're a person in a court of law.
They said I'm property.
What, like garbage or a piece of shit?
And maybe more like a hammer or an orange.
It's just a word.
Better ask my ancestors. 1 minute, you in Africa. You in the river washing your clothes, titties just hanging. Next thing you know, you getting fucked by Thomas Jefferson.
Wow, you make history come alive. Johnny, what are we gonna do?
We'll get a lawyer and we'll sue the fucking government for your civil rights.
Let's go back, let's go back.
You must be Ted.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 26.
Well, I just don't want my lawyer singing Frozen songs during the opening arguments. We really appreciate your time, but I think what we're probably gonna do is just take a seat and get to work.
Trust you completely.
Yeah, we really feel like you got a lot to offer.
I get migraines.
I'm gonna get a huge migraine in the parking lot in about 20 minutes.
Ted, you're special. But what defines a person is making a contribution to society.
Take that, motherfucker! Hey, that's what you get for fucking exercising! Can I use your laptop?
Yeah, go ahead.
What the fuck?
What's going on?
There's so much porn!
I've been meaning to clear some of that out.
Look at the organization here. Clockwise rim job, counterclockwise rim job.
Sometimes you like seeing the tongue go the other way.
Chicks with dicks? Oh my God. Oh my God, I have a disease, all right? I need help. There are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits.
I forgot how much language that trailer had. I'm sorry for people that didn't want to see that. But I gave a warning, didn't I? It looks good, though. I like Ted 1, although I think it had a lot of wasted potential. I thought it could have been a lot better. I have a feeling this one's going to expand on that and be a much better comedy than the first one, actually. I just feel like Mark Wahlberg, man, he's hilarious in those films, and he's great for that kind of role. This isn't something I would really enjoy watching, just not my type of movie. Far Center, completely understand, man. It's just total potty humor, ridiculousness. It's not for everybody. But I won't see it in theaters, I don't think. I saw the first one in theaters, and I feel like I made a mistake in doing that. But I'll watch this one when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray, for sure. All right. You know what? I'm going to go grab a drink. I forgot to bring down my Gatorade. I'll be back, guys, in 60 seconds after this commercial break. Ninja, I'm back, man. No worries. Thank you, Farsender. I appreciate that, man. If you guys want to support our show, maybe turning off ad block for Twitch would be a good way to support us. That way you actually get the commercials, and our partnership with Twitch means something. But let's welcome everybody back. Thank you for joining us. This is Level Up Direct, a gaming dedicated talk show on every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk all the gaming industry news, of course. You can call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. In a moment, we're about to get to our third main quest topic of the night. Really appreciate it. Silence, says Level Up Show Mike. I don't know if he means that I'm silent or that you guys need to be silent. Hopefully not me. Let me know if you guys can hear me, of course. Feel free to follow us, guys. Please do, actually, on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow. Or if you're watching live from PlayStation, all you got to do is hit the heart button in the bottom left-hand corner. It's that easy. Your name will pop up on screen, and we'll shout you out. I'll be streaming for another hour. I stream until 11:30, from 9:30 to 11:30. So, sure. My wife is upstairs. Yeah, that's right. She might stop down at some point. Hopefully she does. Ninja Twitch, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Glad you like the show. Make sure you follow us, guys, if you do like us. Little light on the follows tonight. Only 4 follows so far. So let's see if we can get a few more in there. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation, guys. Ninja Twitch, you rock. Yes, he does. All right, so third topic of the night. Let's find out what it's going to be. So, Fact Magazine did the top 100 game soundtracks of all time. I am a big fan of game music. This was recently a topic on Kind of Funny as well. It's kind of funny that I just said that. It's funny that this is also a topic on that, and that Fact Magazine is doing 100, top gaming soundtracks of all time. And I wanted to do this topic this week, so for some reason this is just going around everywhere. Journey's on the screen right now. And that's one of my favorite gaming soundtracks of all time. Actually, so much so that I want to play a little bit of music from Journey if I can. I'll turn down the volume a little bit here, and I'll play it in the background while I stream. So let's go to a little bit of Apotheosis in the background. See if I can turn it up loud enough. You're not really going to be able to hear that much on PS4, I don't think. But maybe on PC you guys can hear it. But this is Apotheosis, one of my favorite themes from Journey. I wanted to go over Fact Magazine's top 100 gaming soundtracks of all time. I'll do 10 at a time, and then I'll take some calls and stuff like that. So let's start with 100. Shovel Knight, making it onto the list immediately, and that's kind of funny because Dean is an enormous fan of the Shovel Knight soundtrack. He's been talking about it a lot recently, so pretty cool that it made it on there after just coming out. Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards. After that, you got Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which I definitely agree with, and got some amazing vocal performances in that one. After that, we've got Secret of Evermore, then McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure, Echo, The Tides of Time, Twin World, and System Shock 2, Machinarium, and Ikaruga, and then number 90 is Super Mario 64, which I'll always remember the final theme to, the credits music to Super Mario 64. But I would love to know what you guys think about gaming music. What are some of your favorite gaming soundtracks of all time? Call in right now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Let me know what you think. In the meantime, I will, of course, go to the chat room. No spoilers for Avengers, please. Spoilers, Thor uses his hammer. Skype is active, guys. Feel free to call in right now. As I was saying, what are some of your favorite gaming soundtracks of all time? It can be orchestral, or it could be, commercial music like Grand Theft Auto. That's fine as well. Gustaberg, it's from Final Fantasy XII, I believe. Yes, I think I know which one you're talking about. I really like the music from Life is Strange. It has a lot of indie sounding music. I do agree that it's got a pretty good soundtrack from what I've heard. Ori and the Blind Forest is Level Up Show Mike. Yeah, everything I've heard from that is really great. Link to the Past is up on screen right now. That's another great one. Let's take this call from Gadgets. Gadget, welcome to the show.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine, man. How you doing?
I gotta turn the volume down because I'm carrying myself an echo.
Oh, no problem.
Answering your question, I think the all-time favorite would be Grand Theft Auto. I would say all the Grand Theft Auto soundtracks. I love it because I play with people sometimes that are younger than I am, and when they hear a song that I know, and they're like, "How do you know this?" I'm like, "This was a classic from way back when." So I love what the Grand Theft Auto's been doing.
Now, do you specifically mean like the commercial music that they use in the games, or do you also mean the composed music that is specifically made for Grand Theft Auto?
I'm gonna say the commercial music that's used in the game, especially when you're driving and you're turning on the radio and they're playing certain songs. I know some of those songs.
Sure, yeah. No, I 100% agree. Vice City sticks out, especially for me. I love Vice City.
Oh yeah,
for that
absolutely.
85.
That's another good call. Vice City, definitely.
How about orchestral music? Are you at all into some of the composed music that comes out for games?
I have to be honest with you. The only one that I've heard, and I was lucky enough to be one of the beta testers for, is the music that's done for Fable.
For Fable?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I can understand that a little bit. It definitely has, it's like just that majestic, very lighthearted as well, kind of lighthearted, but a magical like music to it. I can understand that for sure. RPGs in general typically have very good music.
These old movies that my parents used to watch. I guess like of God, like those 3-hour movies like Gone with the Wind or whatever it is, and had that intermission music in the beginning.
Yeah.
So like you're like waiting for the production to start, almost like when you're seeing like a live Broadway show. So I would say right off the top of my head, if I had to think of something, it would be Fable. There's other artists I'm sure that I like even better than that, but because I was a beta tester for the Fable, Legends of Fable, that's what stuck in my head.
No, I completely understand. RPGs have a place in my heart too. Final Fantasy specifically for me.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like the entire series as a whole has some of the best music, and I'll play some of that in a little bit. Thank you for calling in, man. Really appreciate it.
Great. Awesome job on the show, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope that you come back around.
Definitely.
All right, see you later.
Okay.
That's cool. Nice new caller. I really like that guy. I hope you stick around, man. Call back in again later on or next week. We're on every Thursday with Level Up Direct and every Sunday with the Level Up Show, which is an even bigger show with the full cast and crew here. Let me play a little bit of Final Fantasy music. Let me go to... Or actually, first, this is a good one I see on my list right away. The Last of Us has great music. Let's go to the main theme from The Last of Us by Gustavo Santaolalla. And in the meantime, let's find out some other ones. Or Dustin's calling in. I'll have him on the line as I talk about this. Hey, Dustin, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
We're listening to The Last of Us right now. Did you like the music to The Last of Us?
Dude, the music from The Last of Us was great. I've got like 4 or 5 songs from that dude, from that video game in my YouTube playlist. And every once in a while, as soon as I hear those guitars kick in, it just jerks those emotions.
Definitely, the acoustic guitar. And Last of Us is actually number 3 on Fact's top 100 gaming soundtracks of all time.
I completely and totally agree with that. I can see them.
While I have you on the line, I'll read off the 80s. So we've got at number 89, Dragon Quest VIII, followed by V, Psychonauts, Mega Man X, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, The Binding of Isaac, Police Quest 3, Skies of Arcadia, Altered Beast, and number 80 is Bomberman Hero. Now, personally, I can only speak to Dragon Quest VIII there, which once again, you know, RPGs, I do always love the music to RPGs.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Mega Man X and Altered Beast need to be higher on that list. Especially Altered Beast. Like, I could see Mega Man X because it's Mega Man music. It's just remixed, rechopped, re-edited, and with a little bit more added to it each time. It's no big deal. But Altered Beast, that's like, didn't that make like a top 20 games of all time list somewhere?
It has before. I know it's usually in there. A lot of people are a huge fan of Altered Beast.
Oh yeah, Altered Beast was probably one of those games where like certain songs will come on from my childhood and I just get nostalgic flashbacks of me sitting in my bedroom playing Altered Beast with music going on, just trying to beat that game because it was so damn hard.
Yeah, definitely, man. Those moments and those times in your life, it makes it even more powerful a memory when it's something like that, like where you can't get through it, or you know, you're spending hours and it's frustrating, and sometimes that can be a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say on my top list, I would have to say greatest music of all time, Tetris.
Tetris. Definitely. I love the, there's Decav 5 and it's like one of the few rap songs that I actually legitimately like. And it's like a remix of Tetris. I think it's so good.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, like the first two Tetris games, like the first one, obviously, because the music is so iconic. But even in Tetris 2, the music was just so good. Like it accented the game so well. Like it completed it. You know.
Definitely, music can be a major component of a game for sure. Especially, I mean, like imagine a horror game. The music is what establishes those fears and that mood. So many games are like that. I love. There's always like certain levels that have certain types of music, like water levels, underwater levels, snow levels. Like for instance, something what was it called from Super Mario 64 when you're swimming? Something docks, Dire Docks, I think is what it's called.
I'm not sure. I think
it's called Dire Docks, but it's one of those iconic like underwater musical themes that just sticks out.
Well, yeah, definitely. As soon as you said underwater, that was the first thing that popped into my head was, old school Mario 1, 2, and 3, swimming around underwater away from the dogfish and everything.
Definitely. Kristen is joining us.
Hello, Kristen.
Hi, Dan.
Probably can't hear you too well. Let me give you a mic real quick. Hold on one sec, Delone. Dustin, I should call you. I just call him Delone sometimes.
That's fine. I'm both.
Yes. I am both together. Hold on one sec. There you go. You should hear Kristen pretty good now. All right. Say something, Kristen.
Well, Bogey was sitting upstairs in a pile of laundry, waiting for me to get out of the bathtub.
That's like the most comfy seat in the house. He was pimping it.
And I got home, I ate pizza, I took a bubble bath, and then I finished eating Andrew's ice cream from last night. That sounds like a perfect night.
You ate the brownie? It was good, wasn't it?
So there goes my diet, my bikini body diet.
You had a cheat day. It's okay.
Cheat month.
Cheat week, and it's okay because she just started her new job this week, and she's just kind of enjoying it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're at least enjoying the new job as well.
Yeah, pizza, ice cream, bubble bath, Bogey.
Definitely.
That's a good
All right, Dustin. Any other ones you want to shout out real quick before we move on to somebody else?
No, man. Like I said, I'm digging that Tetris music, and like you said, of course, The Last of Us.
I might have Tetris on here actually. Maybe I'll play it at some point.
Cool. Like I said, I really think that Altered Beast should have been a little higher on the list. I mean, I'm not saying like top 10 or anything like that, but it should have been at least top 50. I don't see it being in the 80s.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is their opinion, I guess. Everybody's different. There's a lot on this list that I thought should have been lower or higher as well.
Hi, Miss Amanda. Hello. Oh my God, she's there.
Yes, she is. She's been talking this whole time. I don't know if it's been cutting out on her or not.
Oh, I guess it has been, actually. Amanda, how about you? What is your favorite gaming soundtrack of all time?
My ultimate favorite gaming soundtrack is Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh my God. Amazing.
A girl after Kristen's heart.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite ever. Super Mario 3 is probably my favorite game ever. And the music is incredible.
That's a good choice. I agree completely.
See, I can't play Super Mario Brothers 3 because I know all the tricks and I beat it in like 7 minutes.
So do I. But it's the one thing I can do to show off.
Exactly.
At least you've got that. Nobody can ever take it away from you.
All right, guys. Take care. And as always, level up.
Yeah, peace, love, and level up, guys.
See you guys.
Yeah, Ghost. Sometimes self-control.
Let's take Bradley's on the line. And also, I'm going to play some Chrono Cross. This is another amazing RPG soundtrack. I'll play this in the background a little bit while Bradley's on the line. Hey, Bradley, how you doing, man?
Hello! Hey, Kristen.
Hello, Bradley from Great Britain.
Bradley, before you even talk, man, I'm going to read off the 70s when it comes to gaming soundtracks, all right?
Okay.
All right, so number 79, we got Kentucky Route Zero, Panzer Dragoon, DuckTales, Super Mario RPG, great one, The Curse of Monkey Island, Time Crisis, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Bastion, Guruman, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, and actually let me do the 60s as well since we're falling behind. In the 60s, you've got Crash Bandicoot, The Neverhood, Halo, Combat Evolved, which is also a very good one. I always hear that one. Outrun, Ys 1, 2, and 3, Battletoads, Bubble Bubble, Gone Home, which has a great soundtrack, very like soothing and not overwhelming at all. I really like the use of music in that game. And then 61 is Golden Axe, and 60 is Dune 2. Do any of those on that list stick out at you, Brad?
Not really my top ones. I just laughed at Bubble Bubble.
Bubble Bubble, yes. So what about you then? What is your favorite gaming soundtrack of all time?
Mine is stuck between two. I've got Metal Gear Solid. That's an epic soundtrack.
Definitely.
And Sly Cooper 2, Thieves of Time.
Ooh, you really like that Sly Cooper.
Yeah, I really do.
I think you mean Among Thieves, though, right?
That's it,
Among
yeah,
Thieves?
that's the one. Yeah, Among Thieves, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, Sly Cooper's got some great like espionage stealth music for sure. Level Up Show Mike says he's amazed Skyrim isn't on the list. I don't think Skyrim is on the list at any point actually. Yeah,
Oh
Elder
my
Scrolls
God.
is not on here.
How dare you?
Suck it.
But I do know that Mike loves that theme, so I'm gonna search for it real quick and see if I
For
can
the
find it.
king,
I know I
for the
have.
king, for the
I know I have
second
Elder
Skyrim.
Scrolls on here somewhere. Hold on one second. I know it's on here.
Yeah, Kristen.
Oh my god, I ate way too much.
Kristen.
Yes.
You know when you said you ate juice brownie ice cream?
Wait, he wasn't gonna eat it. He thought I threw it in the garbage, but I saved it.
I could tell by his face. Inside, he was like, "No, my brownie."
He wasn't gonna eat it. He thought I threw it out last night. But today, I peeled it off of the take-home container with my spoon. I peeled it like this, and I ate it. And I threw it away. The empty container.
Oh God.
Good for you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is actually not Skyrim I have playing in the background now. This is Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I know you guys probably can't hear that. It's on the PC stream, more so than the PS4 stream. But those are some good choices, Brad. Thanks for calling in, man.
But as well as someone else said, the Red Dead Redemption music was quite good as well.
Red Dead Redemption does have a lot of good music. Actually, that's on this list. Red Dead Redemption
Yes.
is number 10.
Woo.
Number 10 of all time. So good choice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. See you later, Brad. Level up.
Alright,
Brad.
level up, guys.
Yes, Miss Amanda. Perfect Thursday night.
And this is Elder Scrolls right now, but on the screen is Final Fantasy VIII, which has an amazing opening music. It's Phthos Lusec Wikos Vinosec, also known as Liberi Fatali. You have no idea what I'm saying right now. It's Latin.
I just want to talk about the food I ate.
You did already. You've been talking about the food you ate for a while now.
But I also wanted to talk about the movie I was watching.
Oh, what movie were we watching?
I was watching Remember Me.
Remember Me with Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson.
And Claire from
Claire
Lost.
from Lost.
You know how it ends?
No.
You want to
Wait,
know how
does
it
it
ends?
end with September 11th? I thought so.
How'd you know that?
Because I think I heard a spoiler.
Yeah, it's very manipulative in that way. It makes you think that it takes place present day, but it actually takes place in 2001.
Wait, did you already see it?
No, I just know the spoiler.
Well, don't tell me anything else.
No, I won't tell you anything else.
Oh, okay.
I just know that it takes place during that time period.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's take this other call from Mylan, I think is his name.
Hey, Boo.
Hey, Mylan, is that how you say your name?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Awesome, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about gaming soundtracks?
Yes, actually, that's why I called.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be a music major myself, but the parts about the games that intrigue me the most are the music, and I have a few tracks in mind. One of my favorites is the reorchestrated Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time.
I saw you say that in the chat room, and I completely agree. That first time when you go out onto Hyrule Field, I remember I was like 8 years old when I played Ocarina of Time, and that was one of those moments you never forget. It's kind of like the first time you enter out of Midgar. You exit Midgar in Final Fantasy VII, and you hear the overworld theme. It's like one of those moments where you just feel the epic scale, and the music really complements that.
Yeah, another one of my favorites is from Pokemon Y, the Snowbell City, because like it just sounds like so slow. It's like one of the snow cities, you know, and like you were talking
Does
about
it have
earlier.
that like snowy feel to it?
Yeah, it has like the bells in the back and the chimes. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
exactly. That's what they always do when it comes to like snow levels in games. They always have that like that chime, the bells, and the kind of Christmassy
Yeah.
feel, I guess you could say.
It probably has to do with like kind of ice clinking or something, maybe something like
Yeah.
that.
It's
And
kind of
then-
like water levels. I'm not maybe as a music major you know what they do, but there's something always recognizable about water music.
It's just I think they try to make it sound like serene and stuff, you know, and smooth and just because whenever you think of water and like big lakes and stuff, you think of just
Oh crap! I just canceled out of that. Let me call him back.
Whenever you think of water and lakes and stuff, you think of pee-pee. That's what I think of.
Call Mylan back real quick. Mylan, sorry about that, man.
Oh, that's all right.
Lost you for a second there. Actually, I have Finding Nemo here, and I think that's a very good example. I know that's not a game, but
Yeah.
I think it's a good example of like underwater music, and like this is Thomas Newman,
Oh,
who
yeah,
I
that's a
love.
great
I love
example.
Thomas Newman, Shawshank Redemption, all that. Let's see if I can find them real quick here. But I think this is a good example of what like games do as well when it comes to underwater music. It's just that serene nature, as you were calling it,
Or the pee-pee noise.
or the pee-pee noise, as Kristen calls it. Let's see, where is it? Nemo Egg. I love this.
I've
theme.
had a lot of patients ask me to turn water on so they could pee.
Let me read off a few more of the top 100 game soundtracks of all time while I have you here. So we're going on number 60 now, or actually number 59, Star Fox, followed by Fez, It Came from the Desert, Legends of the Mystical Ninja, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, 100% agree with that, Doom, Parasite Eve, Kirby's Dream Land, Parappa the Rapper, Shadow of the Colossus, 100% agree with that, Ridge Racer 4, FTL, Faster Than Light, Alien Soldier, Quake, Fallout 3, Silent Hill 2, Grim Fandango, Revenge of the Shinobi, Shadow of the Beast, and Mass Effect 2. Any of those stick out at you, Mylan?
Link to the Past definitely does. I'm a huge Zelda nerd, and
Yeah, I mean, I could tell from Hyrule Field for sure.
Yeah.
Link to the Past, though, perfect use of that 16-bit meaty style.
oh yeah,
It never ages either. There's always like kind of a place for that. And I think
Yeah.
Shovel Knight is a good example of that.
Yeah.
How to do that old school kind of chiptune music well.
yeah.
That's actually on this list. It actually made it on at number 100.
Yeah. Before I go, there's one more. Sticking with the Zelda trend, have you ever played the Minish Cap?
I actually haven't. That was on one of the handhelds,
Oh man,
right?
that was my favorite one. That was the first one I ever got, and there's just some soundtracks in there that were just amazing. If anyone's watching has played this, I think we can all agree that the Temple of Droplets and the Palace of Winds are probably the two best tracks in that game. They're just so good.
Interesting. I mean, I'll just look it up online, I guess, at some point. I'll go on YouTube and try and look some of those up.
Oh, yeah, they reorchestrated them and they sound
Oh.
really cool.
That's awesome. I love that we're getting into that trend now, like Super Mario Galaxy, the new Legends of Zelda. They're finally orchestrating their scores. I mean, I do love, the old school meaty style,
Yeah.
but I love that we're getting towards true orchestrated music in games now.
Yeah, it just makes everything more epic.
Yeah, definitely. And they're getting some talent, too. I mean, Gustavo Santaolalla in Last of Us, he's a Oscar-nominated composer for movies like Babel, so...
Yeah.
So, 100%. All right, man. Thanks
All
for
right.
calling in.
Thanks for having me.
See you later.
Bye.
So Miss Amanda was doing the lyrics to a song. The booty song. Shake it once.
Ooh, that's time's up on this topic. I really like this topic, though.
Shake it.
I think I might keep it going for a little while. Please read off a little bit more. Skype lines are open, guys, and the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds.
They're on like the
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm trying to guess Miss Amanda's song. It's about
Is she putting lyrics in the chat room?
Yeah, it's about shaking something off.
That sounds like Taylor Swift. I don't.
No, not shake it up, shake it up. Like, it sounds dirtier than that.
Okay. Let's put on some Final Fantasy. I love. Let's see. What do I love from Final Fantasy? I love Fisherman's Horizon from Final Fantasy VIII. This is a great one. So moving on from that, we're now at number 39. Chrono Cross did make the list, followed by F-Zero, Star Control 2, Pokemon Red Blue, Restar, Street Fighter 2, Nights into Dreams, Half-Life 2, Final Fantasy 7 at number 31, Tetris at number 30 to Dustin, GoldenEye 007, Rez, ActRaiser, Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, Metroid, Shenmue, Bioshock Infinite at 23, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Clock Tower, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, Super Mario Brothers at number 19, Journey at number 18. Journey is one of the greatest soundtracks of all
You
time.
want Apotheosis to be played at your funeral.
I do.
I'm not going to forget that.
Good. I want to ascend to Apotheosis. Followed by...
Yeah, wait. Shake it once. That's fine. Shake it twice. That's okay. Shake it 3 times. You're playing with yourself again.
I have no idea what that is.
I think it was Good Charlotte. I think Kelly got it.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, in the meantime, why don't you read off
Is
some
Greg
of our followers? I don't think so.
No, yeah, he is, I think.
Oh, good.
People are saying Greg.
Read off our follows.
God, so Kelly can guess lyrics. Kelly can also send us amazing pictures. And he has an adorable family.
He does. You have a very adorable family. These are our most recent Twitch hearts. Thank you so much.
DM1010, Lemon Torts, Blue Glacion, Sirius 3 Delirious, Paxter 69, Mylan Johnson, The Ghost 321, Reaper Lucky 7, Dangerous 601,
Dangerous.
The Inspector 86, Gage 123 King.
There you go. You're all caught up, I think. Let's get into the final 17 on this top 100 gaming soundtracks of all time. Jet Set Radio, followed by Final Fantasy VI, which is a great one. Earthbound, Secret of Mana, Resident Evil 4, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, to Mylan. He really loves Zelda. Red Dead Redemption is at number 10. These are the top 10 of all time now. Portal at number 9, Streets of Rage 2, Katamari Damacy, Silent Hill, Super Metroid, Mega Man 2, and the top 3 gaming soundtracks of all time, The Last of Us, Chrono Trigger, and Eco. I think the Shadow of the Colossus actually is a lot better than Eco personally, but Eco is another great one. It should definitely be on this list, but I think that Shadow of the Colossus and Eco kind of could have changed places there. Mylan Johnson, there he is. Yes, I do. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Greg. I miss you so much. And your bedroom misses you too. Bogey jumped on the bed the other day, and he was sad that you weren't there in it.
Turn up this music for a moment and listen to Fisherman's Horizon. That's what end off this set. I do miss Greg. That's Final Fantasy VIII. I think Final Fantasy VIII has some of the best music, actually, of all the Final Fantasies. I don't think it's the best Final Fantasy by any means, but the music by Nobuo Uematsu in that one is excellent. So that wraps up that topic. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed talking about greatest gaming soundtracks of all time with you guys there. Thank you so much for all the feedback. We're going to move on to our, I think, third trailer of the night side quest, I should call it. Let's find out what it's going to be in just a moment. I think this is a gaming-related one.
Very structured.
Yeah.
You don't leave much room for just downtime, which sucks, man.
Downtime?
Yeah.
And just like talking?
Yeah.
Well, I don't usually have you here. I don't need somebody to talk to, like downtime like that. Guys, keep those Twitch charts coming. We're up to 11 now. We got a small surge of followers. Just hit that heart button live from PlayStation, bottom left-hand corner. FF10 also has a lot of great music. I'm not sure if you're talking about music in Final Fantasy X in general. This is a new PlayStation exclusive in development. It looks like a small team. It's called Submerged by Uppercuts. Looks interesting. That's obviously just a teaser trailer. I have no idea what the game's going to be about, but I thought it looked interesting. Thought I would share it with you guys. See, the way I normally do it is I do main quests and side quests. Main quests are the topics that I present for people to call in about if they want to, and then side quests are my picks for trailers of the week. And I do 4 of each. So we're now getting into like the final 2, the final main quest and the final side quest of the night. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, final main quest of the night. What's it going to be? I wanted to talk about changing source material. Mike was talking about this a lot recently in the chat rooms. Final Fantastic Four is on the screen right now, the trailer, because we were talking about how the Thing is very much different in this new Fantastic Four. He's able to change his powers on a whim, supposedly. And even Mr. Fantastic, the way he stretches in this one is a lot different than the comics. In the comics, he's actually literally stretching. In this, he's bending space-time. There's a lot of different games, to movies or books to movies that change the source material. And I'm wondering how you guys feel about that. Like, when is it too far? What has gone too far, in your opinion, when it comes to changing the source material? And how do you feel about, like, Fantastic Four? So,
I
Colin,
like that guy.
What was that?
I like the guy.
Which guy?
The guy that was in Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah. Damn, what's his name? Can't think of it off the top of my head. He's good, though. I do like him, too. He's playing Johnny Storm, who is a white character in the comics, and that's another change that they made in the movie. They're making him a black character now, an adopted son this time around. Or actually, he's not the adopted one. Sue is the adopted one. But that's another change that they're making. So call in on Skype, guys, at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces.
Okay, Greg. And Bulldog. Bulldog Brad, yes you do.
Yes, you do what?
Needs my snap. Chat.
Snapchat. Michael B. Jordan. Thank you, Dustin. I couldn't think of it.
That's his name?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, the only thing he was in that I know is Friday Night Lights.
Oh, no, he's in a bunch of stuff, actually.
But I thought he was really good.
Yeah, he is good. He's actually a very good actor. Let's try DJ here.
Oh God, why do I want to sleep all the time?
Hey, DJ, welcome to the show.
Hey, long time no talk, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, it's been a while. How you been?
Good, busy. Very, very busy.
Yeah, I can tell. We haven't seen you in a while. So what's going on, man?
Well, as I just sent you guys a message on Skype, I actually just made a new album for a lot of Twitch users to use and for a lot of YouTubers to use and all that stuff, since kind of one of my songs went viral.
Now, have you been taking advantage of the whole Twitch music thing?
I wish I could. I honestly wish I could, but it's controlled mainly by Monster Cat.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, Monster Cat is one of those labels out there that's kind of huge on Twitch since Amazon bought it.
Okay.
So, can't really kind of get in with them unless, of course, I'm signed to their label.
Ah, okay, I see. Well,
So it's one of those.
Maybe they'll expand in the future to incorporate more.
Yeah, but as far as the whole topic of conversation, because I am watching off my PlayStation 4 right now on the big TV.
Nice.
As far as the content is concerned, with the content change and everything else that's been going on with Fantastic Four and a lot of movies that's been changing a lot of the core story that's been built up since the very beginning.
Yeah.
I honestly think they should stop that because they could potentially ruin their fan base.
I mean, their fan base is very passionate, and that's the thing is they're messing with a very, very avid and easily upset fan base.
Definitely.
Now, like, what do you think about like the Thing supposedly in this one? Supposedly he can change back and forth.
I mean,
between
they kinda,
rock and human.
In the last movie that they did of the Fantastic Four, they kind of went with that a little bit. Like they
at the
leaned
final
towards
one,
it.
he was able to give his power to Johnny and get rid of it himself for a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's what I mean. Like in the previous movie that was all over Showtime and all that stuff, that was all over all the movie networks. They I think it was the Silver Surfer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They actually, or it was the original one where he actually changed back because Doctor Doom got into his head and changed him back into being just a normal guy, and then he went back in and like they kind of made it kind of like in a way where he was kind of going back and forth.
Sure. Yeah.
So like they were kind of edging it towards that point, kind of giving out little hints and tips, saying at some certain point he's going to be able to change. His powers are going to like maybe evolve into something better where he can change at any given time, so he's not suffering so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with Fantastic Four, the first two were such bombs and such disappointments that maybe they just wanted to distance themselves from that and try and do something new and fresh, even if it means maybe upsetting some of the original fan base. But I'm curious, can you think of any examples where the changes to the source material were actually for the better?
To be honest, not really.
No?
No, because
Like, what about Dark
already
Knight,
had
the Dark
Christian
Knight
Bale, who was trying to change just the base of Batman.
Yeah.
Oh God, man, and he ruined it so much for me. And I was like, like the whole deep voice and everything else like that feels like Batman doesn't sound like that.
What do you think about like the way they tackled Bane and the way they tackled Scarecrow?
Okay, I did like the new Bane because he wasn't so idiotic as he's coming across in the comics, even though that's what the poison has done to him since Poison Ivy kind of gave him the poison.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna lead up to that at that point. Like, maybe he's getting too desperate to fight Batman, and maybe then maybe in the next couple movies you'll see that he starts to adopt to the poison. Because they haven't gotten to that part yet. They haven't said that in the core context, but they have also let it at the end of the movie kind of like show that it's kind of like a cliffhanger that he's going to be back again.
Okay. Well,
So-
I think this new movie, this Batman versus Superman, is kind of like a refresh in some ways. Actually, it's kind of like a new universe within Batman.
Yeah,
where they're trying to be a
kind of
little bit
goes
more
through the whole
Superman-
multiverse fan base, kind of, where the Flash kind of, when he first goes back in time. Even if it was by accidental means, like it does on the TV series, that it actually creates a multiverse.
Yeah.
And there's like now not just the regular Earth. There's like multiple Earths now, and it's like each Earth has a different storyline to it, different changes, and they showed that in the Flash on the CW network.
Yeah, and another one is Smallville. I mean, they made a lot of massive changes
Oh,
to
yeah.
Superman lore with Smallville back in the day.
Yes.
And some of them were
that
pretty
one was
cool,
kind
and
of
some of
good
them
and
sucked.
bad. That one was kind of mixed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I can
people
agree
were
with that,
enjoying it, but at the same time, people were like, "Why? Why change something that was perfect?" It was kind of like going back and forth.
I can agree with that. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, and good luck with Twitch. I hope they incorporate your label at some point.
Yeah, no problem. And if you guys ever want to use my music, you're more than welcome to. I sent you guys a link.
Okay, definitely. I'll check it out.
So it's on my SoundCloud. It's all 12 tracks. So
All right.
have fun.
Sounds good, DJ.
All right, man.
See ya.
See you guys.
Harsha.
He's real feisty.
Bogey is feisty tonight, man.
Clawed my hand so hard.
Well, you were egging him on a little bit.
I was just looking at him.
Yeah, taking them on. You can't look at them. Skype lines are open, guys. Feel free to call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. We're talking about source material changes. Could be when it comes to games, comics, movies. When is it too far? What are examples of too far? Or examples where you actually think the change to the source material was appropriate and maybe for the better? Also, thank you to Smurfy93 for the Twitch art. I think that was our latest one.
What if I didn't like when someone was looking at me and I just went up to them and went,
I think that would make you a human and not a dog.
clawed them in the face?
Yeah, I don't think that's okay.
Wait, you think it'll make me a dog, not a human? That's what you meant.
Yeah, that would make you a dog and not a human, but you are a human and not a dog. That's why it's not okay to do that.
No.
Brad, welcome back, man.
I am here.
You all here.
I am here.
So what do you think about the topic at hand?
Pardon?
What do you think about the topic at hand?
I forgot. What's the topic again? I got a bad memory.
The topic was, do you ever pick off your big toenail and make a boomerang out of it?
Oh, hell yeah, all the time.
Oh, hell yeah, all the time. The actual topic is changes to source material when it comes to movies, comics, games. What are some examples of you disliking them changing the source material, and maybe some examples of when you actually liked them changing it?
I just think so far, I'm disliking the Fantastic Four one.
What specifically do you dislike?
Just how now Johnny is black and he was white in the first one, and he was in the comics and stuff like that, and now I'm like, why change that?
Yeah, why?
If you're colorblind, it doesn't matter.
And I guess, if it was let's make him black because to make him black, that doesn't really make a lot of sense because I don't know, just he's white in the comics. But if it was because Michael B. Jordan killed the audition and this guy totally embodies Johnny Storm, and we can write the script around this a little bit, then it's like, okay, I guess I can understand it. I mean, him being black doesn't really change the story.
What, it's because his sister's white and that's not believable? Is that why?
His sister's white, so what they did in the movie,
He's adopted.
he is not the adopted one. It's actually her. The girl's the adopted one. In the comics, actually, real brother and sister. So they had to change it around a little bit for the movie to make that work. But I mean, do you think that's a big deal? Personally, no. That's the thing is you're not these crazed superhero fans that want everything done exactly the way it's supposed to be done. It's kind of like let's talk about James Bond, for instance. You're from the UK. What if James Bond was finally black in the movies? Would that bother you?
Not really, because there's been multiple James Bonds and they're all different. I mean, it'll bother me. Just say if you've known a character for so long, he played just say I don't know, Pierce Brosnan has been in just say a random film called, like saying like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. It's like seeing him through all Die Hards. They make a new Die Hard with some weird, like I could just say a black man in it called Bruce Willis. Called John
suddenly
McClane.
John McClane became a
It
black
was-
person. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
No.
But James Bond, it's like they constantly reiterate on James Bond, and he's
Same with
different
Doctor
in
Who as
all of them.
well. They change as well.
Yeah, he's blonde. He's he's brown hair, whatever. Yeah, I don't think that his skin color, really is so ingrained into his character that they can't change it. I think that a lot of people say like Idris Elba would be a good James Bond, stuff like that.
Apparently, I heard in the new Fantastic Four, they're making the thing so he can change like back to human. Apparently.
That's the rumor, and also that Reed Richards doesn't stretch. He's actually bending space-time to kind of make it like he's stretching, but he's not actually stretching, is what Mike
That's really
was reading
stupid.
recently. So they're doing some weird stuff for sure.
I think if they do actually make it so the thing can change, that'd be completely just stupid. Because the thing is though, he is meant to be like sort of, he's meant to be the not the burden, but he's meant to be the one who has the most problems as well. Because they have like stretched, they have their whole body to it's fine, just powers. But he's like complete rock.
Yeah,
he's
he's the one
got
that
always,
suffers.
yeah.
He always has to suffer, and then all the other ones get these powers that are magnificent and stuff like this, and then the thing turns into a big bunch of rocks and can never change
boulder.
back. It's like, why me? Like, why did I have to suffer and none of the others did? Yeah, so that's an important part to his character. So
And
I
if
don't
he
understand why they would change that. I hope
If
that
he can
they had a
change,
good
then
reason for it.
there's no point. There's no point.
All right, Brad, I'm going to take another call here, but thanks for calling in as always.
Okay, level up, guys.
Flick them
I will.
toenails, man.
I will. I'm doing it
Yeah.
now.
Put them to Andrew in a jar.
Take this call from Gadget again. He called in earlier. Hey, welcome back to the show.
Talking about the topic of characters changing, like I guess from the comic book to the movie version. Changing the ethnic background, there's two things that work with that. I mean, you have to understand there are kids of a new generation who didn't follow the comic from day one or 30 years ago. So I think for that, it opens up a whole new audience. The other thing too is just like with the video games, there's a lot of Caucasian superhero characters, and I think it's just great that it's opening it up to a whole range of different ethnic backgrounds at this point right now. So I think that what's happening is, I guess Hollywood wants to include everybody, so everybody could be that main superhero of whoever. So I guess Superman could be Asian, for example. Years from now.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I think that the internet would riot, personally. I'm not saying that's the right thing.
What's going to happen is, right now we're probably going to be, right as you and I are talking, we're going to be an old school generation that 30 years from now, we're going to go, there's a new set of people going to go like, really? They made a big deal about Superman being Asian? That kind of a thing. You know what I mean? So I think that people may have a different look, because I think time sort of changed. Like, I mean, my only pet peeve is, and it's hard for me to get used to it now, is watching anything of a superhero where the person's identity is revealed by the end of the movie. And I'm like, really? You're not even going to wait till, like, you can't run out of ideas after your 8th film? Or
do you kind of mean like Iron Man, for instance? Like the first Iron Man, he reveals that he's Iron Man at the end of the first one?
Even was it Spider-Man 3, I think it was, or 2, when his mask fell off and everyone saw his face, kind of a thing?
It was Spider-Man 2, but those people all were supposed to keep it secret on the train. It's like, no, they're not going to tell anybody.
Would they?
I have no idea. But, I don't want to get into spoiler territory. I was going to say something about a future Spider-Man / Marvel film, but I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to talk about a little bit more the changing of, the ethnic background. Michelle Rodriguez talked about this not too long ago. She's from, Fast and Furious and stuff like this. And she was talking about how she wishes that Hollywood would stop changing superheroes and characters to be black and instead would create new and compelling black characters instead.
True. I mean, it is, but it's like, okay, I just saw, and I don't know if you've seen it, like on one of the networks, the new Daredevil.
Yeah, it's great.
I like what they did with it, and I know there's gonna be a bunch of your fans are gonna hate that I say this. I didn't mind the old Daredevil because
I didn't mind it either.
Long for Daredevil to become a movie that I went with it. I didn't say that I loved everything in it. There was certain things I would have tweaked, but I wouldn't have ripped Ben Affleck as much as people ripped him. I thought there was some interesting things that they could have done with it. To me, it wasn't like it was really wasting my time sitting in the theater. But
And Michael Clark Duncan to go with that. I mean, I thought he was a great Kingpin.
yeah, absolutely. I like what they did with this new one because of the fact that you're now getting a real behind the scene 360 degrees look of him and Kingpin.
Oh, I agree completely, and it's
can be
kind
a
of
real
awesome
person that
because
we know of today, that kind of a thing.
I think that you wouldn't really have seen such a background and storytelling for Kingpin on network television. I think because it's Netflix and they feel like they can do whatever they want. They can tell the story at the rate they want. People can watch it how they want. And for that reason, they delved into his story in a way that we normally wouldn't see. And I thought that was awesome to kind of get to know his background and how he became the way he is, his relationship with Vanessa in the show. All that kind of stuff really made him an empathetic character in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed that.
Absolutely. And my last thing, because I don't want to hog up your line, the storylines of the Batman. I mean, I did love the first Batman, and I'm talking about the one with Jack Nicholson. I thought he did a good job for that time period.
Yeah.
But I love the newer ones now. But I'm on that bandwagon with people where it's like, what's with the voice?
The voice with Batman, yeah, he did take it too far, and it sounds like with this new one, they're going to try and change it up to where he's not intentionally modifying his voice himself. He has an actual voice modulation device in the mask that changes his voice for him.
That would be great. Man,
yeah, that's what they're going with, at least when it comes to his armor that he's wearing against Superman. It sounds like that's what they're going with.
Definitely.
I think that's pretty cool. But,
absolutely.
And I think also, to go back to the superheroes, I hope that we get more great black superheroes. I know Black Panther's coming to Netflix. I hope that's great. And I mean to the movie theaters. I know Black Panther's coming to the theaters. I hope that's awesome. And, Will Smith is playing Deadshot in the Suicide Squad, and I hope we get more and more of that kind of stuff.
Well, I know they were trying. The hard person that they're having difficulty to work on is it Cage?
Yeah. God, what's his name? Luke Cage.
Right, because of the time period of when that came out. But as I said, you could twerk, or tweak, the idea of how you want to put it out there. But as I said, I think that they just want to include everybody now because there's a whole, different generation of people looking at the comic book now that they want to be that person and have some form of representation. So it's not trying to be politically correct, and it's not really trying to insult anybody. But I understand those people have a problem. Like if you followed this comic book all your life and you've had this vision of what this person looks like, and all of a sudden they change it to female. You're like, what?
No, yeah, I can understand.
Had a dog, and the dog was this significant thing with this person. It's like making Lassie, I guess, a cat.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's a good example, actually. It's a very good example. It doesn't make sense in certain situations where it's like, why a cat? Like, what do we gain from it being a cat? What was your rationale there? And it's the same with, like, Johnny Storm. If Michael B. Jordan killed that audition and he perfectly personifies Johnny Storm, then that's awesome. I do not care whatsoever. Right. But if they were, thinking, like, who are we going to get for Johnny? It's like, we need more black superheroes. And it's like, let's change him to be black. Like, I think that's kind of unnecessary. It's like, no, if he killed it and he personifies the character, that's a good reason. Don't just make him black, just be like, oh, let's make him black. Like, right. I think there should be a good reason behind it.
We're just going to throw the big name in there. But here's my question. What if they did this? What if when they had whoever is the original character, and they want to go that route, write in a storyline of how this person became this or took on this person's, identity or powers?
Yeah.
I think fans will probably be happy with that. I mean, it's going to be difficult every time you do that, but I think fans will probably be a little more like, okay, I get it,
Yeah. I think that, honestly, I think everything's going to be fine when it comes to most of these things. Like, I don't think people are going to outrage, for the most part, when it comes to, like, the mainstream audience when they go to see Fantastic Four. You're going to have the diehards on the internet that, call foul, but I think for the most part, everybody is pretty understanding when it comes to these things.
True.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks again for calling in. Really appreciate your calls.
You're welcome.
See you later.
Level up, man.
Level up. And that's the end of that topic, but I'm going to take this call from Jimmy, and then we're going to play the final trailer of the night and wrap it up. Hey, Jimmy, welcome back to the show.
Hey, what's up, Drew?
Hey, we're just wrapping up, but if you want to talk about that topic we just had going, go ahead, man.
All right, so I am completely like agreeing with Michelle Rodriguez. Like, if you're gonna make a new, if you're gonna change, if you're gonna have a new like a character into a different race instead of white, have it a brand new superhero because like we're having a new like generation of audiences, so we should have a new generation of superheroes.
Yeah. No, I mean, superheroes are created all the time. Some of them not as big as others, and some of them are just going to remain unknown, except for, the diehard comic fans. But yeah, it would be nice to have a superhero on the level of like a Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and more, of a different ethnicity grow to that level. We don't see it too often. All of the real big superheroes that everybody loves, for the most part, they're white. They're Caucasian. I can't think of
Yeah.
really any that stick out that I'm like, he's an iconic superhero that is not Caucasian. Like I'm looking at my poster right now, trying to see if I'm right. So we've got like you got Thor, you've got War Machine. War Machine is black, so that's pretty cool. He's not a major one, but Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man,
Wait,
Hawkeye,
I think I heard
Superman,
something
Flash,
about like,
Batman. They're all white, and I lost Jimmy there. He cut out, but they're all white. There needs to be new great superheroes that are not Caucasian. Let's bring Jimmy back for a moment. Hey man, sorry I lost you.
all right, it's all right. But
So go ahead.
when you're
What were you
talking
gonna
about
say?
when you're talking about Iron Man, I think I read something about Iron Man being Latino.
Iron Man? He might have had like a moment in the comics where maybe somebody put the suit on that wasn't Tony Stark, that was Latino.
No, but like for like if you are gonna change the race, if you're gonna change like a major superhero race, it all depends on the character because like Batman's always been white, so
Yeah.
like just changing him into a black character, like you are definitely gonna have the audience, like the fans, the diehard fans, getting outraged because like it's like it all depends who you're gonna change the race for the character.
Yeah. No, there's certain characters that I don't think you can really mess with at this point. And I say, for instance, Spider-Man. You can't change Peter Parker to be black. You can change Spider-Man to be Miles Morales, and that's fine.
Yes.
But don't change Peter Parker to be black. There's no reason to do that. Create a new Spider-Man like Miles Morales. That's totally cool. I like that. That's the kind
Yeah,
of
they
stuff they
should
need
go
to do.
like like as you're saying, Miles Morales, they should use that route. If you're gonna change, if anybody from Hollywood, listen up. If you're gonna change a superhero's race, do what they did with Miles Morales. Have a brand new Spider-Man, not the same old, not like Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent. Have him brand new.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I think that's the route to go, and I think they did a smart thing with that. All right, man, I'm going to move on to the final trailer and wrap up the show. Thanks for being the final caller.
All right, awesome. That's awesome.
Level up.
Level up.
Thank you for the follow as well. Let me read those off real quick before moving on to the final trailer of the night. Keep those Twitch hearts coming. We got 13 tonight so far. Thank you to Camping Ninja, Mylan Johnson, who called in about Legend of Zelda. Great caller. Smurfy, DM1010, Lemon Torts, Blue Glacian, Sirius Delirious, Paxter69, The Ghost, Reaper Lucky, Danger Ross, 601, The Inspector 86, Gage123 King, Lucky Liddell, Ryland1124, Matthias FFK, Tony Atwell, Zagreb Dubrovnik, Farsender, Anon Legacy, and Nightmare. We got 90 people in the room. We finally started climbing at the very end of the show. Happy to have you in the room, though, guys. If you are new to Level Up Network, to Level Up Direct, we do this every single week on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, talking all the gaming industry news with you guys. You can call in on Skype. The lines are down now, but we just went through 2 hours of Skype calls, talking all things gaming and nerd-related, of course. Had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the final trailer of the night. This is not a trailer, actually. This is a fan-made movie trailer. And it's done by a group called Continue, ? And if you're from Philadelphia area, there's a guy named Nick Murphy. He's the video guy for Preston and Steve, and I've been trying to get in contact with him. I've actually been talking with him. I'm hoping to get him on our show in the near future. This is one of his works, and it's I'll let you guys see it and judge for yourself, but I think it's awesome, and I love the work that he does. So check this out, guys, in just a moment. And don't forget to follow us, guys. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. And maybe support us on Patreon. If you really enjoy the network and you'd like to see us grow even further, go to patreon.com/TheLevelUpNetwork. Here we go. Check this trailer out.
These are the gods that define our world. The deities that shape our religions. The beings that challenged our views. But of all these legends, there is one that stands above all others.
Kratos.
I'm sorry. Did somebody say my name?
Who is that? Oh, that guy? He's a weirdo.
When did you grow a mustache?
Whoa, this? Well, I've had this for eons.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
What are these?
These are my blades of chaos.
They're just tennis rackets.
I know.
Cool. Do you have any interest in having sex with me?
Did you ever reach that point in your life where you realized the gods you worshipped as a kid weren't your gods anymore?
I want to set things right.
War does funny things to a man. You can't see the truth without opening your eyes.
Did he hurt you?
Sort of. He told me he loves me.
Have you ever seen a water birth?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Looks messy.
Life's messy, kiddo.
The idea of gods is dead. Maybe that's all people really are. A bunch of worshippers that miss the same imaginary beings.
Hey! Are you listening to me? Yes, I am!
Let me come home.
I really like, what the F is this? It's just a fan-made indie trailer for God of War done by Gamer Vision or Continue ? I thought it's really well done. I thought it's really cool. And they have a lot of other ones too. They have a Zelda 80s movie trailer that is really good as well. Check that one out. Go to Gamer Vision or go to Continue ? On YouTube and check out their stuff. They're really cool. And hoping to have them on the show sometime in the future. I'm trying to get in contact with Nick Murphy and maybe we can talk to him about some of his work that he's done. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. The comments on PS4 are no longer working, so I'm just going to go to Twitch here. What do you think of Olivia Munn as Psylocke? She looks the part, and she's become a pretty decent actress, actually. She's pretty good on The Newsroom and a few other things. So I don't know. I don't really know what they saw out of her and, what their vision for Psylocke really is. But physically and like appearance-wise, she looks the part. So I think that's pretty cool. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to follow us. Our most recent follows were Camping Ninja, Mylan Johnson, Smurfy, DM1010, and Lemon Torts. If you haven't followed us yet, if you like the Level Up Network, if you want to see us throughout the week with gaming streams and gaming talk shows, do it right now. Follow us. Hit that heart button at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Your name will pop up, and we'll, of course, shout you out. We also will be on Twitter, very active there, letting you know about what we're doing in the future. So go to Twitter at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. Tweet at us. Thank you for that follow right there. That was from Warrior Soul. Thank you for the follow. tweet at us, because during the week we do look at our tweets, and then on our Sunday show, Kristen does something called Kristen's Corner, where she shows off her favorite tweets from you guys. Could be images, could be quotes, especially if they're cool and gaming related. So throughout the week, tweet at us, guys, and follow us. If you missed any part of the show, it will go up on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/TheLevelUpShow, Level spelled LVL. Subscribe while you're there. Check out all of our old content, but we also do things that you can't find here. We do television reviews, we do movies reviews, we do trailer reviews. It's all there on YouTube, so subscribe. We have a t-shirt shop at thelevelupshow.spreadshirt.com. Hoodies, t-shirts, muscle shirts, and more. It's all there. Check it out. And finally, once again, the most important of them all is Patreon at patreon.com/TheLevelUpNetwork. We got a whole tiered reward system. Depending on what you donate, you can get monthly XP gifts if you want to rack up the XP for our giveaways when you want to do the raffles and stuff like that. You also get XP, obviously, if you're watching our show right now, 1 XP per minute. So thank you so much for the support, guys. You guys are loyal. You guys had a lot of great calls tonight. No trolls. Really, really cool show. I like the conversation, especially talking about favorite video game music of all time. I really enjoyed that. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I'll be on tomorrow with Level Up Quick Play doing Broken Age around 5:30 to 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then Sunday will be the Level Up Show, episode 72. Not sure what the topic of the week will be just yet, but follow us if you don't want to miss it. So until next time, guys, take care. And as always, level up. Thank you, Lance, Dabs, None, for the Twitch art. Really appreciate it, man. Level up, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with Level Up Quick Play and Sunday with Level Up Show, episode 72. Once again, until then, take care and level up.